Hello, Mr. Adnan.
Hello, Hussain.
We are on the Gen Z Cafe.
We're back.
And you have been promoted to co-host.
I'm officially the co-host.
He's officially the co-host of the Gen Z Cafe. Took you one episode to get here.
It did.
And a lot of manufactured YouTube comments.
Begging.
No, man. It's an honor to have you. You know,
It is great to be here. It's an honor to be here, really.
So just okay. So you're wearing a tank top.
I am.
see.
I wanted to flex a little bit. For the visual viewers.
So how's your day been so far?
So far, very fun. I already have the topic I want to talk about. Our main one.
What do you want to kick it off with?
It was the little. You were telling me about this. The test we did in class today.
Oh, the little exercise.
The little exercise.
The little exercise. Yeah. So, do you want to give them some context? Or
Do you want to explain?
I can explain.
Yeah.
So, essentially, in the filmmaking program, we were given a series of questions. So, 5 questions.
Yeah.
And then in the end, so you answered like true, fairly true, or not true to all of them. And in the end, you were given a score of 15. And I guess, spoiler alert, but the higher your score, the more empathetic of a human being you are.
I disagree with that, but yeah.
But in general, that was our teacher's analysis. And the lower you are, the more brutal and ruthless you are as an artist and as a person.
Yeah.
So what was your score?
My score is 8 out of 15.
Mine was also 8 out of 15, which is a little crazy.
It is pretty insane.
And so what question there did you feel very strongly about?
Well, I had 2 not trues and then 3 fairly trues. I don't remember which one was which. But the most one I did feel strongly about was the one that says I avoid confrontations.
Yeah.
I said not true instantly.
Yeah, because you love confrontation.
Exactly. If I don't like something, I'll confront you about it. Yeah. I 100% of times will confront you about it.
I appreciate that so much about you because when I first met you, like, we didn't...
Oh, you remember, yeah.
Yeah, I literally remember. I mean, it wasn't like a altercation, but it gave me an impression of, okay, so if this guy's upset about something, he's just going to tell me straight up. And that was amazing. And I love that because I also believe the same thing and I share that belief. Yeah. But sometimes it takes me a little longer to confront people.
That's fair. It did take me a while to muster it up because I felt like it would have broke our bond, but I was like, if I don't set boundaries, then what kind of friendship would this be?
Which is huge, man. And like, honestly, that's such a great way to kick off a friendship or honestly any relationship with anyone, you know? Like if you start a new friendship with someone, just set your boundaries. You know, like, hey, this is where it is. This is where you can go. Everywhere else, you can run free.
Yeah.
But
and if you don't want to respect that, then it's not going to work.
I appreciate it a lot. What other questions were there that I thought were super interesting?
So the first one was...
do you pass judgment on other people?
Do you pass judge... No, that was the second one where it's like, do you pass judgment on friends and family?
But let's talk about that for a little bit. Yeah. So, how did you answer
I said... no, it said, I avoid passing judgment on friends and family. I said not true.
Okay.
So I don't want to say I judge people, but especially with friends and family, I'm very strict on them because I do genuinely love them, you know?
Yeah.
If I see my brother doing something wrong, I'm going to judge him. I'm going to go and talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Confront and judge. Like, I'll be like, what you're doing is stupid or what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
You know? And I'll be like...
out of a place of love.
Out of 100% of love. I will never do it with ill will. I promise.
Yeah.
If I see my friend, for example, I have friends... Back in high school.
Not to interrupt you, but I don't think that's what the question was asking.
I understand.
What you're saying right now is kind of protecting. I think the question was asking judgment in the sense, judgment of character. Like if you look at someone from your life, you know, that's close to you, whether that's close friends or family, it's kind of judging their character.
Yeah,
you know?
no. And
like seeing someone that smokes, for example.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to talk about.
Okay.
I was going to say my friends in high school started smoking, for example. Yeah. And obviously, I'm going to judge them because what I see that what they're doing is wrong. Because it is.
Yeah. No. You know? But are those close friends of yours or distant?
One of my best friends started smoking.
Yeah.
And then, so it starts with judgment, and then I bring the confrontation after it, where I'm like, you know, like, obviously it doesn't work, because...
No, but I'm glad we agree on that, because I think a lot of people claim that they don't judge other people, but they're not being honest.
No, I judge. Like, I won't lie about it.
Because we're human, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and it doesn't make us less of a human that we disagree with people.
But there are those angels that genuinely, from the bottom of their heart, do not judge anybody.
Yeah, I feel like a mother is that. Like, every mother, like, deep in their heart, obviously they want the best for you, but, like, they will love you no matter what, you know?
Yeah.
Like, mothers in general, I feel like, are the highest on that hierarchy. Of
For sure. Like, with their kids, but they'll judge other people.
That is true. But even with other people, I feel like... No, I don't know.
You think your mom wouldn't judge like one of her friends or something? Like I feel like
I feel like everyone is a human being.
Exactly. Like I love you, mom, but
she'd
probably.
No, we're all humans. We're all humans. And then there was another topic that was, or at least another question there that I thought was very.
Yeah. I think it's the last question, right?
It is.
Yeah. It was. I've received more blows than I've given. So I've been more of a victim than I've victimized people.
And
in a sense.
What did you answer to that?
I said fairly true just because I think I've received as many blows as I've given. Like very equal, I feel.
I felt the strongest about that question than all other questions.
But I feel like you gave it more of a stoic
I did give it
philosophy
a stoic. I did take it more rational, philosophical.
Exactly.
But it's kind of true though, because it's like, I don't know, man. So do you ever look back at your life and just think about how many people you kind of messed up, you know?
Exactly. But that has happened. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
So like, if you can't say nothing bad hasn't happened to you, right? Or nothing bad has happened to you. You can't say that. Because 100% in your life, at least a couple of things have gone wrong, right?
But I don't see them as bad things. I just purely see them as good. Like, even the most terrible thing that could have happened to me, I see that as good. Because it's, in a religiously, it's God testing. Right?
Yeah, of course.
That's one thing.
But God never tells you it's not a bad thing, you know? Like,
obviously, at the moment, it is a bad thing, you know? And I'm a human being. I'd be crazy. I'd be a sociopath if something terrible happened to me. Like I lost my leg. I'm like, oh, great. No.
Just a lesson.
But I think eventually, like, that part of my brain kicks in. I'm like, oh, this is a chance for me to...
That's fair. I mean, I guess, in the long run, that's how I think of it. But I can still say I was wronged or something bad happened at that moment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of... I guess the question to ask is, at what point do you become a pushover is what you're saying, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I just meant if you were to list all the bad things that have happened and all the bad things you've done to people, there's a definitive answer for that question, you know? Like, aside from viewing it as like, oh, the bad things were lessons.
Yeah.
And I'm not a victim.
I was just surprised at how few people responded to that question the way I did.
Yeah, you were literally the only person.
Yeah, I was like, that way. Yeah, so that was fun. I'm trying to think of any other questions that were...
It was... I actually don't remember. I think we did
those were definitely the most definitive ones.
I don't care about what people think. That was the one I cared the most about.
That was a big debate.
Oh my God.
And you answered that you don't care about what people think?
No, I said fairly true. Because when it comes to friends and family, I want my mom to think she raised me well.
Yeah.
I want my mom to think I'm the greatest son on the planet. Yeah. I want my friends to think I'm a good guy they can come to, they can speak to.
Of course. You want people to think that you're a good actor, good student, good streamer.
Yeah, like the viewers and all that. Like, I'd want to entertain people. But when it comes to strangers / haters or, like, people that don't really affect my lifestyle or my life, I couldn't give, like, less of a care, you know?
I know what you mean.
At all.
Because you don't see them, they're not going to impact you.
Exactly.
And so
even if I do see them, who
did you have that realization ever since you were a kid? Or... Like, I think it boils down to being self-conscious, right?
Yeah. No, I was self-conscious up until, like, 16.
Okay.
You know?
So what changed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just a realization.
What made you stop caring?
So I heard this saying, and I said it in class today too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you guys can do this in like the audience. They can also do this.
Yeah.
Think of an embarrassing thing you've done. A couple come to mind, right?
Yeah.
You can think, because I can name like 10 off the top of my head, right?
And I tend to embarrass myself quite a lot.
Exactly. It's something I'm known for, right?
Yeah.
But then if you come to think of something embarrassing someone else has done, it's hard to think about. Like, you might have one where it's like your best friend and you're like, haha, he embarrassed himself in the mall, right? And that's funny.
Yeah.
But think of like a stranger embarrassing themselves. When I can't, wallahi, I can't think of one right now. Wallahi, I can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, to you, you're that stranger and everybody else's viewpoint.
Man, we live in our heads so much.
You do.
And
everybody's in their own head.
Bro, you're literally in your own head for no reason whatsoever.
Exactly.
And I think it's necessary to have someone in your life to just keep you in check and just let you know, hey, you're being in your head, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I started living more openly, more extrovertedly.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah. But to some extent, let's say you do have, like, let's say red lines or like, we all want to be vulnerable human beings.
Yeah.
Especially as artists.
That's
like,
fair.
People encourage us and admire us for our vulnerability because we reveal truths about the real world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you have to have some things that you don't reveal to people, you know?
Yeah.
And that was one of my fears of you doing kind of a daily vlog, because Casey Neistat talks about that, you know, about how his daily vlogs are a journal in some sense, but they're not a window into his life, you know, because he chooses what to show people.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
and
know.
whatnot. Because there are some creators out there, and I think the internet has learned better.
Oh yeah.
That show you everything.
They'll literally show you their entire
that bring you
life.
into their home, that bring you into their family, that bring you into
That's
their
crazy.
siblings, that bring you into their spouses.
Yeah. No, to add like or to comment on that when it comes to my vlogs.
Yeah.
Like for example, when I was in London last weekend.
Yeah.
I was still vlogging, even though I'm with my family and like we're walking around. But I'd literally tell them, I'd be like, "You guys walk ahead. I'll just record 30 seconds and I'll come back to you guys."
I see. So you chose to not.
Yeah, like
show
they weren't
them,
involved at all. I think my brother came in one clip, but that's because he wanted to.
Exactly, but he knows what's happening.
Exactly.
You know?
I told him I will be vlogging. He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, I don't go too personal. Literally, my vlogs are 4 minutes of me being like, "Hi, this is the start of the day. We're gonna be doing this, that," and then it's clips of me at the gym, a joke or two. Okay, I cooked. I'm going to sleep now.
And zero editing, just
zero
and look,
editing.
it's pure raw, man, and I love that. I love that.
Raw,
yeah.
Literally, pop those clips,
just put them on a timeline,
iMovies,
and then you're good. Yeah.
And then I upload them.
Yeah.
I didn't upload. I'll upload it after this.
It's just it's the power. It's the power of consistency, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Cool.
I was supposed to do it before the podcast, but I guess I'll do it after.
Yeah, no, you'll do it. You'll have time as long as you do one every day.
Exactly. No, I have the clips ready.
So many times, and people, I've been notoriously known for starting these challenges. So, for example, you didn't know me during this, but I did this challenge where I said I would run a mile a day every day, and I did it for 272 days, man.
272 consecutive days.
Yeah,
not a single rest day.
Not a single rest day.
That is insane.
It was stupid. It was ridiculous.
That is insane.
Why do you think it's insane though?
Because I couldn't do that if I tried.
But it wasn't that. Look, it wasn't that difficult physically. I noticed. It was kind of mentally.
No, it's definitely mental.
Yeah, and man, I would get that mile in everywhere. I would get that mile in airports. I literally remember distinctively that. So the trip from the United States to Saudi Arabia is the longest trip you'll ever take. The longest trip ever. It's like 30 hours. And so I still had to get my mile in.
Yeah.
But I was in the air for 16 hours and I barely slept. Yeah. But I had like it was like a 4-hour, 6-hour layover in DC. Yeah. So I distinctively remember me running through the DC airport with my backpack on because I already checked my bags because I had my backpack and I think I like left my luggage by the counter prayed to God that it wouldn't get stolen.
Nobody steals it.
And just kept my backpack, which had my iPad, my laptop, all my expensive things. And I just put my Apple Watch, indoor run, just ran. And people looked at me funny, but I figured that they were thinking that I was running late to a flight or something.
Yeah, probably.
And
until they see you coming back and they're like, wait.
And I just finished my mile.
Yeah.
So I kept going for 272 days. And the only thing that stopped me was COVID.
I respect that.
And I ran during COVID as well until my friends slapped me in the face and said, "Hey, you need to rest." Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, actually, it did mess up. It messed up my lungs pretty bad.
Oh, really?
It did. It really did.
Wouldn't it help in theory?
No. And it was really bad, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after my lungs were damaged for a really long time. I couldn't run for
damaged in what sense? Like what? Like
I just had like exercise-induced asthma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never suffered from asthma, never suffered from any cardio. But that's part of the reason why I thought I got so big and so jacked is because I stopped running. I couldn't run anymore.
Oh, wow.
And I was just addicted to exercise. Tried doing Muay Thai. Couldn't do Muay Thai. I had a broken rib at the time as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that phase was just like...
Injury Hussain.
The injury Hussain, yeah. And so I had to take a break off of cardio and just got into the gym and started lifting weights. And you'd be surprised when you don't walk and don't run and just lift weights for 2 years, how much muscle
muscle mass you can put on when you're having 6 scoops of whey protein a
6
day.
Scoops of Adnan is famous for criticizing me for having 6 scoops of whey protein a day, which honestly, looking back at it,
that's not
probably a lot. But you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. Because I remember when I first got whey protein, my mom was like, Adnan, don't do more than 2 scoops a day.
Yeah, which is wise.
That was my the rule of life.
The only thing that encouraged me or didn't hold me back was I took this nutrition class at the University of Colorado Boulder, and my professor, she's a doctor. She has a PhD in nutrition. We were talking about protein in class, and someone asked, like, "Can you overdose on protein?" She's like, "Pretty much no." Like, no.
Maybe she meant like whole protein, like
I mean,
lean beef, chicken, eggs.
She did recommend us to get it from those sources. But yeah, she said the worst thing that's gonna happen. Like they asked her about kidney issues, and she's like, "No, it's not really a worry. Like it's really difficult
with whey protein." She said,
"I don't remember if we asked specifically about whey protein. We asked protein in general, and she's like, I wouldn't worry."
Yeah, because protein in general.
But she just said that it's overkill. She was basically saying that anything above
it literally just comes out.
Yeah, she was saying anything above 1 gram per pound of body weight is just overkill.
Is literally just your body gets rid of it later.
Plus, she was jacked. You know who I love, man? Jacked scientists. Like those are the people that I trust.
Do you know the saying by that one dude that I don't remember his name?
Yeah.
He says, "A nation that separates its scholars from its warriors."
Yes.
Has its thinking done by cowards and its fighting done by fools.
Oh, I don't know that quote. It's one of the Greeks. It's one of the
one of the Greeks. I think it's Aristotle or something. I could be wrong.
No, but what? Oh, now that
you're
on the
love
quotes,
that saying. It's so cool because it's like be jacked and smart.
Dude, that's the best way to do it. Okay, I'm gonna find it real quick.
Yeah, you take.
Oh, here we go. So Plato said it. He who is only an athlete is too crude, too vulgar, too much a savage. He who is a scholar only is too soft, too effeminate. The ideal citizen is the scholar athlete, the man of thought and the man of action.
I think you just ripped off.
Boom, boom. But isn't it so true, man? Like how badass is a jacked man or a jacked woman?
That knows what they're talking about.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But also artists. Like
they'll beat you up mentally and physically. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna repeat the warrior in a garden thing that all podcasts. Have you not heard that quote?
No.
That it's better
now
to
you're
be.
Gonna repeat it.
I am gonna repeat it. Sorry, people.
Because I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never heard this before.
No, tell me. Wait,
okay, my algorithm might be okay. So it basically says that it's better to be a warrior in a garden
than a gardener on a battlefield. Okay, I have
in a war, not in a battlefield.
Same thing.
A war is not a battlefield.
Do you not have a battlefield on the war? In the war?
No. I'll tell you this. A war is consistent of many battles.
Okay, so there are battlefields in war.
But to win the war, you have to win multiple battles.
I understand, but the saying doesn't change.
It does change.
How does it change? What differentiates a gardener in a war than a gardener on the battlefield?
Because when you're in a war, you're in a perpetual state of war. Okay. But a battle is temporary. You can be a gardener in a battle. You'll be fine.
On the battlefield? Probably not.
On the battlefield, if you're a gardener and you have like what are those things called? The little axes. Like I'm pretty sure a sickle. You'd survive.
I don't think you would.
It's one battle.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm thinking against like military grade men.
Let's
think a farmer would win. Sorry.
No. Let's go back in history. How long does the average battle last?
I have no idea. How long?
Probably like an hour max. You just hide behind a tree.
What kind of?
Who's gonna see you? Who's gonna see you? Just run away, man.
Fine.
Catch a horse.
In a war.
But in a war,
in
a war, you gotta set up camps. You gotta dig trenches.
Just hide in a tent.
They'll get you, bro.
They'll get you behind the tree too.
No.
It's so stupid.
Point being,
I understand the quote now.
You do understand the quote.
Okay.
I'm glad.
That's the most important part.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. I wanted to say this last podcast, but we ended up changing topics so quickly. Remember when I told you what's your favorite thing about France? My favorite thing so far.
Yeah, because I forgot to ask you because I was so selfish.
Exactly.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about France?
My favorite thing so far is pretending I know French. So funny.
Have you tried that?
Yeah. But like not like speaking.
Okay.
I'll get on the bus like the other day. This genuinely happened. Wallahi. I got on the bus and this old man saw me on the bus and he points down at this girl's bag and he's talking to me. He's like, blah, 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 because obviously he's speaking in French.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like, I was like, yeah. And then he starts laughing. He's like, oh. I was like, oui. And then he was just stayed on his phone and I stayed on my phone. Okay. And I do that so many times when people talk to me in French.
And how is that pretending to be French?
No, just pretending to know what they're talking about. I mean, I find that so much fun. It's so
you just go along with what they're doing?
I just go along. And they're like,
and they believe you?
And they believe me. Like 80% of the time. Like I have been called out on it. They're like...
They try to say something? Yeah. Or just visually, just with their eyes?
No, sometimes they'll say something to me. And I'll be like, oui, yeah. And I'll laugh.
I can't do it, man.
It's so funny.
I can't convince them. Like I'll go, and obviously I'm not trying, But I'm one of those guys that just goes, bonjour.
Yeah,
and then, can I have a slice?
That's true. No, but I mean, it usually happens on the bus or at the gym or something. They'll say something and then they'll laugh, and I'll just laugh and be like,
you know when I do feel proud?
What?
Is when they do talk to me in French.
Why?
Despite me saying bonjour. I'll go bonjour. And then they'll start talking a lot of French. I'm like, no, calm, just
no hablo español.
No hablo francés. Yeah.
So something relating to that. I was in the gym the other day, and this is the first time I felt bad for it.
Okay.
Because I did end up.
So what did you do in the gym today?
Today I didn't go to the gym. I was resting. Oh, this actually happened yesterday, I think, or before yesterday.
Yeah.
But a man came. I said this in my vlog. A man came to me in the gym. This dude. Yeah. He comes to me and he looks really concerned, and he's pointing back at the locker room, and he's like, blah 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 blah. Because I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then I'm there like, no French. And then he's like, sorry. And then he walks away.
He says sorry?
Yeah. And I'm just there like, I'm so sorry.
How old was this guy?
24 or something. Like, he looked genuinely...
From his, like, sign language, what was he trying to say?
I think he was like, is there something I can do? Like, he was asking about something in the locker room or something.
Like maybe you help. Forgot something?
No.
He was, like, asking for
help. Yeah. That's what I assumed. He was asking for something. And then I was like, yeah, no French.
Man, and that's the thing, like... It's moments like that make me realize I should learn French.
I want to learn French just to help me live here.
But are you?
But I'm not going to learn French. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. And that was my thing, though. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm discounting how much French do you think I can learn in 6 months?
We have 6 months left. 5 months, actually. Almost.
5 months.
Is it? Oh, my God. We only have 5 months left.
Oh, my God. We're going to February. Insane. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought that up. I was like, yeah, we're just going to February. It's funny how, like... certain months are eventful in the year.
Yeah, and then there's just some months that have nothing.
Like, what's an uneventful month?
March. What's in March?
The Ides of March?
What the hell is that?
Oh my God.
I have no idea.
You were uneducated, man.
I have no idea what
Do you not know what the Ides of March are?
No. Okay.
Guess. What do you think it's related to?
The Easter Island. I have no idea.
Okay, the Ides of March is when Julius Caesar was murdered.
That's not an event, is that?
It's a huge event.
Is it celebrated? I'm talking about celebrations.
I mean, I guess you can kind of celebrate it. No. The Ides of March. Wait. He wasn't murdered on the 15th. A sorcerer told him you're gonna be murdered on the 15th. They warned him on the 15th.
But, like, is it, like, you're saying events. I could say, oh, June is Hitler's birthday, so June is a celebrated month. Like, obviously not celebrated.
Julius Caesar. There was a whole play built about it. The tragedy of Julius Caesar. That's what got me into acting, man. You're not going to disrespect the tragedy of Julius Caesar.
But I mean, when March comes, I don't see anything on Twitter. Like, when Valentine's Day comes, everybody's talking about Valentine's Day. New Year's, everybody's talking about New Year's.
Yeah, that's
April Fools, everybody's talking about April Fools.
Yeah, it's just the Ides of March. That's the only thing.
Exactly.
And you don't even know about them.
So I'm saying, like, I'm talking about events like actual celebrations.
Oh, no.
That's what I meant. So there's March, June, July. Those don't have anything.
June doesn't have anything?
I don't think so. I don't... Mother's Day, when's Mother's Day? Because Saudi Arabia has one and then America has one.
May.
Which one's Saudi? Saudi's September or something?
Yeah.
It is September. Yeah. I remember getting my mom something.
That is true. Okay, what are the most eventful months of the year?
Most eventful? Probably...
December. Yeah, because of New Year's.
New Year's, Christmas, and Boxing Day.
May, because my birthday's there.
Yeah, no other.
November. Oh, well.
November just has Thanksgiving, and then October has Halloween. I think it's just December.
Big. Yeah.
December has a lot.
December does have a lot. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Going back.
What were we talking about before that? I actually don't remember.
We're talking about war, battlefields, the Ides of March.
And Wait, how did we get on the topic of events? Oh, you said Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I was texting my friend about this because me and my friend do this very platonic thing on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Where we buy each other 10 riyals worth of chocolates from a baqala.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a baqala is a mini market.
Yeah, like a bidet.
It's like a 7-Eleven or whatever.
Yeah.
So we go and we'll ask, like, what's your 3 favorite chocolates? And I'll be like Kinder, M&M's.
And so you tell him the chocolates.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go and buy 10 riyals worth. And he'll buy 10 riyals worth. And I could buy them for myself and he could buy them for himself. Yeah. But we celebrate it together. Aww. And then either he comes over to my house and we watch a movie or I go over to his house and we watch. And
That's amazing.
This is the first Valentine's Day in 5 years that we haven't done this, by the way.
That's
which
heartbreaking,
sucks.
Man. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I texted him about it. I was like, oh my God, this is the first.
How many years have you been doing it?
So, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yeah, 5 years, literally. And then 2 years of uni.
And every year you would buy each other chocolates?
Every year we'd buy each other chocolates, yeah.
What a good friend. That's amazing. Man, I love friendships that last.
Shout out Fahad.
What's up, Fahad? Yeah, so I love friendships that last that long, but also pause and pause friendships, you know? Have you heard
pause
about
and pause
those?
friendships? So good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love a person that I can talk to once a month and the relationship, the dynamic never changes.
Yeah.
The chemistry, the dynamic never changes.
And it just makes me sad, man, because like I wish I could spend so much time with these people.
Yeah.
But
even when you don't, it feels the same almost.
It does feel the same. But so many of my friends, man, are just all over the world, man.
Yeah.
Like, so many of my friends moved to Canada. Like, what's there in Canada? It's just
nothing.
Cold. There's nothing in Canada.
They
come
ride
back.
Moose and
Canadian friends, come back. I miss you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they do visit Saudi from time to time because now you can get a tourist visa, but it's really hard to coordinate, and rarely are we all there at the same time, and
it's so hard, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I'm happy that I've made a lot of new Saudi friends, you know?
That's nice, yeah.
Because a lot of the friends that I made were in the West, you know, in the US.
Yeah.
Or they left, they were during international school, so they left to other countries.
I'm glad I made friends here, honestly. Yeah. Like closer, because we live together practically.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we see each other almost every day.
Yeah.
And because when I was doing uni back in Saudi, my friends were busy 90% of the time. We'd see each other once a month.
Yeah.
And even then, we wouldn't, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of my friends went to study abroad, so I have a friend in Malaysia that I wanted to see in the break, but his break was after when I came back to France, which sucks.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you guys are as close to me as you are, because, I don't know, it feels nice.
So, which makes me I'm interested to ask this question. How many of the people that you were friends with in middle school do you still speak to?
Middle school? Like 10 of them.
That's pretty high.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I remember, man, I remember this so much. I'm saying distinctively a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember being in 6th grade, okay? And I had this principal. And he was an American principal, okay? And I remember he just gave us like the most sadistic speech ever. Okay. Where he was like, look around you. All of these other kids, you're not going to know them. They're going to forget you in 6 years. Crazy. These aren't going to be your friends. People are going to move on.
What the hell?
And you need to grow up. And
That's I was so messed up.
And I was in 6th grade, man.
6th grade is messed up.
Yeah, and I remember saying that. And I still remember. I'm like, I'm not going to let go of these people. Yeah. And to this day, I still talk to those people in 6th grade.
I have 5 or 6 friends that I've known for 10 years now.
Do you think it was an American thing? Just because, like, he lived in America and that's how it works in America, that you just forget people?
Probably, because a lot of people move states for uni.
Yeah.
And the relationships probably just died
down. So maybe he was right.
So he probably didn't know what like texting and FaceTiming was. So
yeah, to be fair, yeah. What were we doing in 6th grade? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, like I had Facebook in 6th grade, and that's how I talked to my friends.
Probably paying like Pet Society.
Ah, take me back.
Yeah, we had a conversation. I remember
Dragon City and stuff. I had Clash of Clans.
What I was obsessed with was Market Street. You never played it, did you?
No. Can I look that up?
You can just like
Market
look up the
Street?
picture. Market Street. Yeah, it was this game where you would build like a baqala, basically like a supermarket, and you could sell whatever you want. And you would start with groceries, and then you
sounds familiar.
You start selling couches, clothes, and man, I had an empire. I had a damn good shop. It was so sad, man. I remember the day they took it offline.
Images, wait. I swear this is familiar.
Yeah.
I probably didn't grow up playing it, but I swear maybe my sister's playing it and I watched one.
Facebook games were the era, man.
Yeah.
I remember playing this zombie game.
Do you remember? So there were a bunch of computer games that we'd play like in class, in break and whatever.
CSGO. CSGO is one of those.
I'm not talking about downloadable games. I'm talking about like internet games. Do you know a website? Stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know a website called Miniclip?
By
any chance? Miniclip.
Oh yeah. It's like it has a bunch of games. 100%. Yeah, not Doppler. Have you ever tried Not Doppler?
No, okay. I might have.
Yeah.
Club Penguin, obviously. If you don't know Club Penguin.
Yeah.
I miss Club Penguin.
I do miss Club Penguin.
And then it shut down, and then the creators brought it back. No, not the creators. A fan.
Yeah. Didn't Disney take it over?
No, maybe.
I think Disney owned it though.
But then they ended it.
Yeah.
And then a group of fans brought it back.
And just recreated it.
And gave everybody memberships.
All right, we are back. We took a quick break. Took a quick little intentional, definitely intentional water break.
The camera did not turn off.
No technical difficulties at all. Yes. So I actually wanted to ask you a question. So you noticed that I had a tip jar over there for our lovely guests whenever they come into my small...
has a tip jar in the corner of the room with money in it.
It's a savings jar. But on that topic, isn't it refreshing to be in Europe where you are not forced to tip people?
Oh my God. I rant about this all the time, by the way. So if you don't know, in America, it's... you're pretty much obligated to pay tip.
Yeah.
To tip your waiter at least 20%. Is that it? 20?
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you speak. I don't want you to get too ahead of yourself.
I'm asking. What's the percentage?
So usually, what's respectable is 15 to
20%. 15 to 20, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's pretty much obligated or obligatory. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a word.
Obligatory. Okay. But keep going.
I just don't want to sound stupid.
No. You're good.
Because they say that, but waiters only get paid like $3 an hour.
Yeah.
And most of their income is from tips. That's...
all of their income is from tips. Okay.
That's not my problem. That's a problem in the system.
Okay.
That's a systemary problem.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't change the fact that you should be a generous and kind human being.
No, I understand that. But the purpose of a tip, the reason it originated was when you're seeing superb service.
Yeah.
If a waiter's being fantastic, hell yeah, I'll tip you. I tip all the time in Saudi Arabia, in Europe.
But most waiters, when you... Okay, so I think the issue is that you probably haven't been to a lot of American restaurants, right?
I have. I've lived a year in America. A year and a half. Half of it being when I was 18.
Yeah, when you're 18. Yeah. Okay.
So, I understand how it works.
Yeah.
And I tip everywhere. In Saudi Arabia, I'll tip.
Yeah.
In Europe,
even in Saudi, you'll tip?
Everywhere.
So you'll tip with cash?
With cash. If I can. If I can't, if I don't have cash, I'll ask if I can tip with a card, and they usually say no.
Yeah.
But when they do say yes, I do tip. Yeah. And I do tip because I like to tip, but I don't like feeling like I need to tip, you know? When it becomes like a...
Yeah, okay. What I do actually feel a little bit intimidated by is when you go to a cafe and they turn that little iPad thing.
Like, you just poured me some coffee.
And they'll look at you like...
why would I tip?
So that I'm with, and you're not obligated to. But when you're actually at a restaurant and someone is serving you, generally, most of the time, they are being very, very hardworking.
Yeah, no, that's why I'll tip.
And they deserve it, you know?
But then...
And it's... But when you said that, it's like, that's society's problem. It's not my problem. It's like... Look, it's the way it is. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Yeah, and I do end up tipping. It's not like I don't.
No, I know that you don't.
Society.
But even when you tip, do you feel anger inside of you when you're tipping?
No.
This person is serving your table. I know. You know.
And the person at the bank is serving me. Do I tip him too? You feel me?
It's a different thing.
Exactly. But I'm saying. Yeah. Their job should be enough. They shouldn't have to rely on tips, is what I'm trying to because...
So you're criticizing the system rather than...
Because workers in Australia and Europe, they also work in the same restaurants, the same Applebee's.
I think it's interesting to look into the history. Why did they keep the service wages so low?
Yeah. Because if you think about it, people in Europe, the Applebee's here. Yeah. I don't know if there's an Applebee's here.
Yeah. By the way, another thing to talk about. Sorry, kind of off subject. But there are no big brands here, at least in Canada.
Yeah, there's not even a Dunkin' Donuts. I want
no Dunkin' Donuts, no Krispy Kreme, no Applebee's, no Chili's. Yeah. There's nothing here.
Literally nothing. You'll have all the fast food ones. Yeah. But yeah, like I'm saying, in the UK, an Applebee's there or a Nando's there.
So did you get to eat at a restaurant with your family while you were in the UK?
Yeah, we went to Nando's.
And so how was the tip situation?
They didn't ask for a tip.
And that's it?
I don't think we tipped... Because their Nando's is weird, actually.
Yeah.
So the Nando's in Saudi Arabia, a dude comes and asks for your order.
Yeah.
And then he gives you the check.
Okay.
There, I would have tipped. This one, everything was online.
Oh, you order on your phone?
Yeah, they sat you down, and then we were like, excuse me, can we order? They're like, yeah, just scan the barcode and order online and write your table number. I was like, I've never been to a restaurant that's done that before.
I see.
So that was interesting. So they didn't tip there now because we couldn't.
They were they probably turned into mad efficiency.
It was
just
so...
cloud
you have to serve
kitchen.
Yourself, by the way.
They're running the numbers.
Yeah.
It's like...
they brought you your food... Yeah. But all the tissues and drinks and utensils you had to go to the table and get. And you would fill your own ice and everything. Yeah. Everything was on you.
Yeah, what would you prefer in a restaurant? A more human interaction or something
Low-key, it was a nice change of of scenery or pace.
Yeah.
It was nice to serve myself.
I like being served. I like being served. Exactly. When the waiter comes and he or she is like super nice. Like,
exactly.
Can I get you some water?
Because
which, by the way, doesn't happen in Saudi. Doesn't happen in the Gulf. Have you noticed that? We have some of the best restaurants, the best food, but the hospitality is basically zero.
It depends on where you go. And it depends on who's working there.
It's very basic. I've been to really nice restaurants in Riyadh and ordered really expensive steaks, and it was super basic. It's kind of like, oh, you guys need anything?
Have you been to a restaurant called Nizomi?
No.
So it's like a Michelin star level sushi place.
Okay, obviously there, but I'm saying the average restaurant that you go to, it's very basic instructions. Can I have your order?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Hot take.
They don't check on you. They don't. It's like, how are you doing? How's everybody doing? Is everything doing all right? Do I need it? Because in America they'll check on you. I know. 20 times.
Yeah, in the middle of me eating. I know, but they'll check on you. But I disagree. In Saudi they do that. But it depends on where you go, and it depends on who's working there. Honestly, hot take. But when it's a Saudi person working, they usually won't. But then when it's a foreigner, like when there's a Filipino, for example, working, they're always so... I've been to Applebee's recently in the break.
I think it's an ego issue because for some of the Saudis, they're like, oh, I'm here, I'm not going to be nice to this guy.
Yeah,
I'm just going to do the bare minimum.
Ego issues. But for example, there was a Filipino dude that was serving us at Applebee's.
Yeah.
And he was like, is everything all right? Okay. Is the food, the food's good, hot, warm, everything, whatever? Yeah. And he was asking, I was like, hell yeah.
What's your favorite food, by the way?
Could not answer that if you asked me 100
You don't have a favorite food?
I don't know. I have so many favorite foods. I don't know. I have so many foods I love. Top 3. Probably pizza. You can't go wrong with pizza.
You got to be more specific.
Pizza's so versatile. No, I mean pizza overall. Because it's so versatile.
Okay.
Right? Because do I have to choose a topping?
No. What's your favorite pizza? So if you can't just say pizza.
Pizza's...
Something saying burgers. It's like...
No, but someone can say pizza's my favorite food. Is that wrong?
That's like a middle school answer. I need you to be more specific.
Oh, a freshly grilled fish. What kind of answer do you want?
No, if I'm gonna say burger, I'm gonna say a Five Guys burger with blah 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 blah.
Favorite food. What's your favorite food? Let me think.
Shawarma. Duh.
That's so basic.
No, it's not
what
basic.
What type of shawarma?
What type
of shawarma?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly what type of shawarma. Okay.
Because when I said pizza, that wasn't acceptable.
Okay. It depends on what day it is, okay? But let's say I've come out of the gym. I'm super hungry.
Okay.
I'm craving shawarma. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the Eastern Province.
Okay.
I go to Raik.
Okay. The greatest shawarma store on the planet.
The greatest shawarma store on planet Earth. Yeah. And I would order a 22-piece shawarma Arabi.
That's a lot of pieces.
It's a lot of
pieces. Isn't that
Yeah. But I would down them. And I would ask for extra garlic sauce. And so shawarma, when he asks you, what do you want? Kul shay? No, it's not kul shay.
Yeah, I do.
بدون شطة بدون ketchup. So without hot sauce and without ketchup. So it's just the garlic sauce and pickles and
we love us
and French fries and a nice saj and the raig bread, the red, just really soft bread. And then he cuts it up into juicy pieces. Then you take the shawarma, you dip it in garlic sauce, then you eat it.
A little off topic, but I'm so glad you're a pickle lover because I don't think we would be friends.
Pickles are amazing, man. Have you ever drank pickle juice?
Oh, I love pickle juice.
Pickle juice is awesome.
Out the jar.
Oh, isn't it super nutritious as well?
It's very healthy.
It's full of electrolytes?
Yeah.
If you ran a marathon.
I love pickle juice. That's probably my favorite juice.
You are a big juicy. Oh, can we talk about the fact that you drink 1 liter of milk a day?
It's not true. That is true. I literally am drinking.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot right now, but it's describe to me. So you find zero difficulty in that?
I put them in a protein.
Man, some people struggle to drink a liter of water a day. I've been really bad with drinking water.
I drink more milk a day than I do water, which
I believe that. I believe that.
I should probably check a doctor for that.
I mean, your calcium is probably through the roof.
I've never broken a bone in my life, bro. My bones are strong.
Men take it too seriously. If you just ate spinach and milk, you'd be every dad's dream.
I'd be Popeyes. Popeyes, sorry, not
Popeyes is underrated, man. It never caught on, at least for.
Do you mean the show or the restaurant? Because the one with an S is a restaurant.
The restaurant is pretty good. What are your opinions on the restaurant?
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about.
The restaurant has the greatest biscuits on the planet. Have you ever tried their biscuits?
And their fries as well.
Their fries changed recently, and they're worse.
Yeah, I remember I remember the whole craze behind the Popeyes chicken sandwich. Remember that?
Never had it.
Because we were in the Middle East probably at the time.
But I did visit America and I never had it. During the raid, yeah. I went to Chic Fil-A. Chic Fil-A. Can I fangirl about Chick Fil-A just for a little bit? Yeah. Chick Fil-A has the greatest chicken on the planet. Oh my god, I love Chick Fil-A.
And I hear that they're like super basic about it too. Like they're
so basic. Yeah. But they fry it in peanut oil. So they ask you if you have an allergy before, and it's so good. Yeah. And their sauce. Yeah. Chick-fil-A sauce. I bought Chick-fil-A sauce.
And apparently they've refused to franchise. Like, they don't want to leave America. Yeah. They're hardcore Americans.
I don't think they'd come to Saudi because they're a very Christian. Like, their boxes have, like, Bible verses on them.
Saudi has halal. Like, if they want to go anywhere moderate, it should be Saudi Arabia.
I know, but it's like a Christian brand.
I see.
You know, in a
so they're kind of loyal to their community.
Exactly. Maybe. I don't know how they work.
I see.
I hope they bring it to Saudi. I'd be on board. I'd be on board.
How much did you consume fast food just growing up or in your life?
Like once a week, maybe. Once every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's quite frequent, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in high school, you just go out with friends and just...
Yeah. Once a week, once every 2 weeks.
I see.
Something like that.
I see. And did you start toning it down after you started going to the gym?
Maybe it went up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Because I started bulking, so I'm like, I don't care what I eat.
Man, that would be amazing.
No, but now I stopped, obviously, because...
Yeah, health reasons and financial reasons. And there's probably not even any good fast food around.
Yeah. I'm living a way healthier lifestyle, which I enjoy. Yeah. I've been overall better mood, better skin.
Yeah. No, I've noticed it, man.
Everything.
Like, you've been doing great.
I'm so happy with everything recently.
Yeah. So you're sleeping good as well?
8 hours a night.
Amazing, man. Isn't it crazy, man, how sleep affects your mood?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I will get super, super moody.
Oh, yeah. It ruins your day. I woke up the other day after 8 hours of sleep, woke up, sang Elvis Presley in the bathroom. Oh. I was having
what song was it? Was it?
Obviously, Devil in Disguise.
Okay.
Elvis Presley, not Elton John. Man said, I'm still standing
is a wonderful song.
Banger song by Elton John.
Yeah.
The gorilla from Sing sang it better. Hot take.
Oh, that's a great movie, by the way. I never watched Sing 2.
I love Sing.
Yeah, I
haven't seen Sing 2. You want to watch it together?
We could watch it.
We should definitely watch it together.
Man, I want to watch more movies, and I'm really pissed at myself.
Not up for you don't like animations, do you?
It's not that I don't like them.
But you prefer to watch an actor.
It's just like when you go to a film school and when you surround yourself by filmmakers and actors, your watch list just perpetually grows. And at this point, it's intimidating. I don't have enough hours in the day to watch all of these movies.
I'm such a child when it comes to movie watching. Everybody was talking about, like, this week, people were talking about movies they saw on the weekend. Yeah. And I was like, on my way back from London, I was watching Tangled. Like, I rewatched Tangled. Banger movie, by the way. Top 5 Disney movie hot take. Yeah. I love Tangled. Man, that movie's so good.
Dude, Pixar took a downwards turn. And no, I don't want to, like, get into politics or anything, but it's just like...
Disney politics.
I mean... What's been happening with the Disney movies recently?
But is
with all the diversity and like kind of shoving.
Do companies count as politics? Is that?
Of course. Oh, okay. I thought politics
of course. Was like.
Well, no. I mean, no. It's just like, yeah. Point being is that actually it's fine to talk about because it's like
because it's Disney. What are they gonna do? Demonetize this.
They're just gonna come after us.
I'm sorry, Disney.
They've just man. I don't like when people shove things down your throat.
What do you think their last good movie is?
Disney. The last good Disney movie I've watched.
No, the last one they released.
Soul.
Did Soul come after or before Moana?
I didn't watch Moana. That's why I said Soul.
You didn't watch Moana?
I didn't watch Moana.
Oh my god, we're watching Moana. We're watching Moana, bro. Banger movie.
We should make it. What night would be our movie?
You love The Rock.
Night?
The Rock's in Moana. How could you not watch Moana?
I love The Rock. Okay. I just never got to it.
Okay, so it's not Moana. It's actually not hot take. I don't know if there's a hot take. I think their last good movie was Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. I loved Frozen 2.
I believe that so much. I can see you singing along.
Oh, I have Lost in the Woods. Kristoff sang that song.
I love you.
I love that song.
You're a pure soul.
Oh yeah.
I love how that like you'll go from that to like my cousin Vinny. So like you are cultured.
Yeah, I'm very slightly cultured. But then I'm very cultured in animation movies. There's not an animation movie I haven't seen. Animation.
Have you watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one?
The new one, no. I'm talking about like older because the last year I haven't seen any movies. So like, but anything.
Yeah, and I think that needs to change, man. I think that needs to change. I think I'm gonna make my Saturdays just binges.
Yeah.
Like try to watch.
So we'll watch Moana this Saturday.
I'm not gonna watch Moana. You're watching Moana. There are more important movies for me to watch.
Moana's so good.
I'll watch it, but not before I watch all of these other like David Fincher film and you know what I'm saying.
Moana. I'll convince you off podcast.
How can I watch Moana before I've watched Jaws?
You haven't seen Jaws? I've seen Jaws. Actually, I've seen half of it.
Old school Jurassic Park. Have you watched?
Yes, Jurassic Park. Where he's like, what's that thing where he says that? I used it in one of my YouTube videos. He says, "You son of a bitch, you did it," or something like that. It's from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, yeah. No, there are way too many movies that I would rather watch way first before Moana. Look, I'm into Disney. I actually really love what Pixar does. Just their method of storytelling and how they can build a world. I'm super into it. Yeah. But it has to be authentic, man. It can't be forced down your throat. It can't be like...
Moana's as authentic as it gets.
Really?
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Bro, you'd love it!
Okay, I'll watch Moana.
We'll watch it.
Eventually. That might be... that probably might be one of the only 6...
It's an hour and a half. Give me some... Just an hour and a half of your day. I promise.
Oh, it's only an hour and a half. That's actually not bad.
It's not bad at all. Me and my friends watched it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will watch... No. You're good. You are totally good, man. Because, man, Pixar was such a big part of my life. You know, or just Disney movies in general.
Oh, growing up, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, all those. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, man. I mean, so for me, it's like... I used to sit in the back of my dad's car, and we had this SUV, like this mini SUV, and we had this DVD player, and why are you laughing?
Because I remembered something related to that.
Oh yeah, no, but it's just, I honestly, I think that's what got me into storytelling.
Yeah.
Is just watching those movies, watching those Disney movies.
They raised me. They really
did. And so like Hercules.
I love Hercules.
Such a good film, and Tarzan.
I think I watch Hercules once a year, by the way.
It's such a good movie. Monsters Inc., like you said.
Tarzan has
Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
On the planet.
Lion King 1, Lion King 2, Lion King 3. What was that? Mulan.
Mulan is good.
Treasure Island or
Aladdin, obviously.
Aladdin.
You Arab, you're supposed to know that.
I actually know. I liked Aladdin, but I always felt that it was weird. Like I never related to it as an Arab. You know. I felt it was like closer to like Indian culture.
Because they didn't know what they were doing with it.
But Agrabah, by the way, is based on Baghdad, apparently.
Yeah. Which I find hilarious. It's a very mixed movie. They didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah. But did you have a crush on Jasmine as a kid?
Oh, yeah. The biggest Disney crush was... is her name Meg from Hercules? The heroine from Hercules?
Oh, yeah.
She's so fine.
She was a bad girl. She was like the damsel in distress.
She's so fine. She shifted my taste in women as a child. 100%. It was her.
Yeah, I liked her. I mean, the main character of Hercules as well. Yeah. It's just a good movie.
Hercules is amazing. I love Hercules. The songs in Hercules.
He was the first Jack dude.
And then along came Zeus. They had such good music. There's... Oh, yeah. You said the SUV with the TV screen.
Yeah. Minivan. Or,
a very forgotten Disney movie that I think is one of the greatest. Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, my God. How did I forget that? Yes.
So, we had the Lilo and Stitch DVD, and we had a TV in my dad's car.
Okay.
Right? And we'd drive to Riyadh almost every weekend. Riyadh is a 4-hour drive, by the way, from our house.
Yeah.
And me and my siblings would watch Lilo and Stitch twice on the way there, twice on the way back.
Just every the same film?
Every single time.
Wow.
Wait. And it reached to the point after like 3 years... No, it was like 5, 6, 7, 8 weekends.
Okay.
Where my dad got sick of it. He's like, I'm done
because he could hear it?
He's like, I'm done listening to this movie. So he'd mute it. But at that point, we memorized the dialogue. We memorized the script word for word, grunt for grunt, laugh for laugh. I promise. And so my dad muted it, and me and my brothers would be like, Ohana means family. And family...
And you would do the sound effects as well?
the whole movie.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So that was your first acting gig?
Pretty much.
How old were you?
14.
Oh, okay.
13, so you, it was between 12 and 14.
Was that when you first discovered Lilo and Stitch?
No, I watched Lilo and Stitch when I was like 6.
Okay. Yeah.
But then we realized we had the DVD, and we wanted to watch something on the way.
Okay.
So we watched that. And you don't understand. I memorized it. Like, I would be bored in class sometimes, and I'd just play the movie in my head.
With the beats visually as well.
The music, the visuals, the sound effects, the dialogue. So all of that was in my head.
Man, I think you might have like a little bit of a photographic memory. I'm telling you. Because, look, I'm pretty good at memorization, right? As an actor, my job is to memorize the lines.
Yeah.
It takes me some time. It takes me like an hour usually to really get, like, let's say a 15-minute script, you know? Yeah. I feel like you can memorize a 15-minute script in like 30 minutes.
Probably less.
Probably less?
Probably less.
How does it work?
Alhamdulillah.
How does it work? Like, just walk me through your head.
So
like...
I repeat it until it's stuck. That's pretty much it. So like when I'm reading Quran, because I was in
you said
Quran memorization school when I was younger.
Okay.
So for example, let's say there were 10 ayahs in a row. Mm-hmm. I'd memorize the first ayah, and then memorize the second one, and then read them together, and then memorize those, and then read the third one. So you go by
order.
Memorize that, and then and I'd kind of try and tell a story.
But how long does it take you to memorize each verse?
So, a page of Quran, which is what? How many words? I don't know. But it's a page. It's a good chunk. 10 minutes.
You can memorize a page of Quran
15
in 10 minutes?
Maybe max.
You have a photographic memory.
I don't think I have a good memory. I don't know about photography.
You have an amazing memory.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
That's mashallah, like
alhamdulillah. Everybody's saying mashallah.
Like hire this man as an actor or as a talk show host or whatever. Like you would do great on a soap opera.
Yeah, because I was in theater as a kid and I memorized the whole script. You don't understand. You did theater here. I don't know. You've done theater before, right?
I have.
I memorized a 20-page script with no breaks, and we did the whole theater. Okay. And I was the main character.
In how long?
As a kid. Oh no! It took us a while. It took me a week to memorize.
Yeah, I've done up to 30-minute plays.
Yeah.
But it takes me a while. Yeah. It takes rehearsals. It takes messing up. It takes fumbling lines.
I think the pages are the amount of minutes it'd take me.
Wow.
So
if I gave you a 150-minute screenplay, obviously you need to rest 150.
Your brain. I'm talking I think the max I could do is maybe in one day.
Is there a cap to it?
In one day sitting, maybe 20 pages. But anything more than that, I feel like
then your brain just
my
hurts.
Brain would start over. I would, but give me a couple of days. You know, at that point.
Man, it's such an amazing skill to have, and I've been thinking, man, of taking nootropics. Do you know what those are?
There's actually, is that like a pill or something?
No, just they put them in pill form, but there are natural nootropics.
What is it? Where do you get it from?
They're just supplement companies, so it's supplements.
No, but where does it where do they extract it from?
Some plants. I forgot what plants, but plants that make you
because there's something called lion's mane. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I think they do take lion's mane.
It's a mushroom.
Yeah, what I was thinking about was so Alpha Brain. It's Joe Rogan's company.
Oh.
But yeah, he talks about it a lot, and he says, and all of the people that have tried it say that it really does improve it.
I've seen Joe Rogan in ads of lion's mane.
Yeah.
I take
because they've done 2 double-blind placebo studies.
Yeah.
And it's shown, I think, I might be wrong here, but above a 30% increase.
No, it's insane. And apparently, the second you stop taking it, all the privileges you've gained from lion's mane disappear.
So it's like creatine. It's kind of like creatine.
But creatine goes with time. This one is it's more of an instantaneous thing apparently, or from what I've heard.
So once you're on lion's mane, it's kind of tough because you get used to.
Exactly.
I might look into it.
Because I was telling.
Do you think it's expensive?
It's not that expensive.
So what is the lion's mane? It's just
it's a mushroom.
Oh.
It's literally a mushroom.
Okay.
It's it's a.
And we are back, so we just took a quick little break.
Just a little bathroom break.
We were talking about lion's mane.
Lion's mane, yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to say, what was I saying? I actually don't remember.
So, do you think it's expensive? If I were
I don't think it is because I have searched up prices. 30 capsules, which will last you a month, is I think.
And it's just pure lion's mane in a capsule?
Pure lion's mane in a capsule. I think
I wonder
$50.
if Alpha Brain is expensive.
I don't know, but it's $50.
Because they also put caffeine and other stuff in Alpha Brain. But I think I might look into it. If it's less than 50
it's 50 USD.
Euros, $50 for 30 capsules.
Yeah.
And how many capsules do you take a day?
1.
Oh.
So it's a month worth.
50 days? Wait.
30 days.
30 days.
$50,
I think.
30
something
capsules.
like that. Yeah. I might look into it because as an actor, memorization is huge. And if it does affect it, then sure. Man, there's so many people out there with cool superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Apparently.
Do you ever feel like you got the short end on certain things, on certain abilities in life?
Abilities?
Yeah.
Not really.
For me, it's just the memory. That's the thing.
I'm overall blessed in pretty much, alhamdulillah, in every category, I think.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think of where I got the short end, but I don't.
Where do you think you got the long end? Is that a thing?
Probably not.
Where are your strong suits?
Yeah.
If you were a video game character and you had attributes.
So I think I'm generally an intelligent human, smarter than the average person at least.
Your GPA would speak otherwise, my friend.
That's out of pure laziness. That's not even my abilities.
Okay, so in high school, when you apply yourself, you generally...
I got a 99 out of 100 in high school.
MashaAllah,
I'm a very smart person.
قدرات?
قدرات I got 92, but I didn't study.
Okay, تحصيلي?
تحصيلي I got 85, but I also didn't study.
Okay. But here's the thing. So this is also another question that I have.
Yeah.
Do you think, because what type of school did you go to? Did you go to a government school?
Private school.
Private school, but entirely in Arabic?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had friends that went to international schools?
My sister went to an international school.
Okay, so I'm guessing the genetic pool is roughly similar, but it's like...
It's not, actually.
Oh, really? Because, yeah, that's funny how siblings, can have different grades.
Yeah, like, my siblings don't have very good memories.
I see.
I'm the only one out of my siblings. Like, they'll be like, what happened? And I'll be like, oh, that was November.
Yeah, and memory doesn't have to do with intelligence. You can be really intelligent.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but now I see.
But that's why I don't think school defines intelligence.
No, but my original question was, do you think that Saudi schools, whether they're government schools or Arabic schools that are private... Are they easier to get grades in than international schools? In terms of workload and effort?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but my sister's it's really tough, man. Like for me, exams are really hard, man. Yeah. Like averages on tests would be in the 85s, 86s. Maybe
that's a you problem, not a school problem.
I graduated with a 92 out of 100, so I did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I also did study, I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
So I wouldn't know. I think you'd have to go to both to really...
Yeah, it's something that I've always wondered.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, things worked out for me. You know, I did end up going on a scholarship because of my grades. But I still have siblings that are in international schools. And I have cousins who are not in international schools. And I noticed that people who are not in international schools tend to score quite higher than every single person that's been in an international school. So that's the analysis that I've deduced.
That's fair.
Is it a fair and accurate one?
It might be accurate.
I think it is, man.
I won't be against it.
Because being around my cousins and
There's a warning that popped up on the screen.
Oh, no, we're fine. That's
just making sure.
No, yeah, thanks. No, because I noticed from my cousins that they would just spend way less time studying and a lot more time having fun, and they would end up with better grades.
That's fair.
And it was not a me problem because I ended up going to college and getting good grades, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be able to judge.
Do you felt like you struggled in high school in terms of like having to keep up with the studying?
I definitely struggled in some subjects. Like history, big no-no of mine.
Oh, really?
Big no-no.
Oh, I noticed, by the way, because you lack knowledge of just world history.
Terrible at history.
Because I remember asking you, did I ever ask you what started World War I?
I don't like history that I'm not interested in.
Can I put you on the spot?
You can.
What started World War I?
Which one was started by Princess Diana dying? Is that
Princess
2 or 1?
Diana?
What's her name? There was an Austrian princess that died. Isn't that one?
It was a prince.
Prince?
Yeah.
Then who was the princess?
The Duke Prince was shot dead.
There was a princess that got assassinated. I swear, I'm not tripping.
A princess?
Princess Diana. I think that's her name. I'm bad with names too.
We have to look this up. But
I think that's where I got the short end of the stick. I'm terrible with names and faces.
Oh.
I'm so bad at... I have a funny story about names and faces. Okay. Especially names that are foreign to me.
Okay.
So, when I was in 4th grade, this dude scammed me.
How did he scam
I would go to a daycare after 4th grade every single day. Because my mom...
Okay.
My mom had work.
Go to a daycare?
It's called a daycare. It's where all the kids after school would go.
It's not daycare. That's called after school.
It was literally called a daycare.
Daycare is for kids, man.
I know, but that was the place. That was the place it was called.
What did you do in daycare?
It was an arcade, and there were people that you'd play in a park, and it was just adults like supervising you.
That's not a daycare.
It was an after school thing, yeah, but the place was called the daycare or something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, and so this dude that I befriended there, he was Latino.
Okay.
And so
this is in Saudi or in the U.S.?
No, in the U.S.
And it was called the daycare, and they had 4th graders in there.
Yeah, 4th graders, 6th graders, 5th graders. Right. Because we had to go there because my mom was working and you can't be home alone that legally. So
legally?
Like it's illegal to be less than 18 and left alone in a house.
Is that a thing?
Yes. It is illegal to keep someone less than 18 in a home alone.
Okay.
So we were there and I'd take my PSP Go with me there. We'd be playing Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. Ratchet and Clank. I don't know if you know that game. Yeah. Bomb. Anyways, off topic. But, and I'd just play and play and play. And then this one kid I befriended, again, Latino kid. So he was Mexican.
Yeah.
I could not memorize his name for the life of me.
Okay.
Because it was this weird Mexican name that I've never heard before.
Okay.
And so I ended up just, for the rest of the year, calling him, bro, hey, what's up? Hi, man. You know, like I wouldn't say his name.
Okay.
Yeah, I just call him man or bro or
man
big dog.
Or bro, yeah,
you know?
Big dog.
It's a meme recently. I didn't actually
okay.
And so he once told me, oh, I actually have a PSP Vita, which is the next one.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, I'll trade it for your PSP Go. And little gullible Adnan was like,
no.
Ah, okay.
No.
I'm like, but where is it? He's like, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. Just give me your PSP Go. I was like, yeah, okay. And so I gave it to him. And then
Adnan.
And then I was 4th grade. I was 9 years old.
No, still, man.
9 years old.
No, man. Literally in 1st grade, I was super protective of my electronics.
He was a good friend of mine.
Even if he was a good friend, I would never.
I know. I was 9 years old. And he was a good friend. Let me finish the story.
Finish the story.
And so I gave it to him, and the next day I'm like, so where's the PSP Vita? He's like, oh, I forgot. And then it was either I forgot or my mom took it out of my bag for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't tell my mom that I got robbed or anybody because I was too embarrassed. And then one day, after khalas, it was summer vacation. Mm-hmm. I never saw this man again. And I tell my mom about it. I'm like, Mom, I know you're going to get mad. I gave away my PSP and I got scammed. Because I came to the epiphany that, oh my God, he scammed me. Right? And then my mom's like...
He didn't scam you, he robbed you.
Yeah.
Did he give you anything in return?
No.
He literally just took it?
He robbed me, yeah. Not scammed me.
Because he said... So
he said, I'll trade it for my PSP Vita.
Okay. And the PSP Vita was going to be given to you at a later point in time?
To the next date. And then it went
and you got no deposit, no contract, nothing.
No, I was 9 years old. Anyways, she goes and she says, whatever. I'll go to the daycare and I'll ask them.
Yeah.
And then I go back to Saudi and my mom stays to finish work.
Yeah.
And then she calls me one day while I'm in Saudi. She's like, I'm at the daycare right now. What's the kid's name who took your PSP? And I'm like, I have no idea because I don't remember his name.
Can't you describe it to him?
I described him because they gave me a teacher there.
Okay.
And I'm like, do you remember that kid that was like this, that? They're like, I don't know who you're talking about. And we stayed for like an hour trying to convince them, like, or explain him to them. And nobody knew who I was talking about. And they were like, we can't help you if you can't tell us the name of the student.
And you just lost your PSP?
And I just lost my PSP to this day, yeah. If you're out there, the dude who robbed me, I will never forgive you.
By the way, we don't charge interest in Islam, but in this specific situation...
I deserve 2 PSPs.
Wow. Okay, so with the PSP, did it have a working analog stick?
It did.
Really?
Yeah, the PSP Go, the analog stick was hidden behind... Do you know what a PSP Go is?
Yeah,
so it was like a double screen and then it flips up. Yeah, so the analog stick was pretty much protected the whole time.
I think it was the original PSP.
The original PSP would always ruin its analog
they were so bad because you couldn't play any game, man. Yeah. You try to play Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, literally anything, any game where you need to move around, and you're just unplayable.
PlayStation should bring back PSPs. Like, they were a cool invention.
Portables are kind of dead. I mean, other than for the Nintendo Switch probably, but who really plays the Switch handheld? I mean, a lot of people do.
I know a lot of people that play handheld.
Like, but in buses and, like, airports and all that.
Oh, pulling out the Switch on the plane? Such a cool experience.
I need to get a Nintendo Switch, man.
You do?
But I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
For what?
For the new one to come out.
They're not making a new one.
You just said it yourself. Red Dead Redemption 2 can't run or if it will run, it'll run really bad.
Yeah, so they put the game on regardless.
So you think GTA 6 is going to come out before the new Nintendo Switch?
Yes. And I don't think GTA 6 is going to be allowed on the Nintendo Switch.
Why?
Or it might.
Because of its
running
power,
GTA
or just because
of its running power and because of its class as a game.
Yeah,
Nintendo's a very child. But that's the thing. That's why I was so starstruck by Red Dead Redemption. Because I was like, what? No, like mind blown.
No. It's just a funny, like, it's kind of a romantic thing.
Yeah, probably. I probably used it incorrectly. I don't care.
Red Dead Redemption is a very romantic game, by the way.
Is it?
Like with nature.
I've never played it.
You've never
I played the first one. I didn't play the second one.
Did you play the first one on the PlayStation 3?
PlayStation 3. And the disc came with the whole map.
Yeah.
Like, it was a flip-out map. So
and cool. You've played Red Dead Redemption, the remastered version?
The number one on the PS3 only. That's the only one I played. I haven't played the remastered.
Wait, because there's Red Dead Redemption, and then there's Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah. So it's 2 games.
So 2 new games on new consoles?
No, Red Dead Redemption was on the PS3. Red Dead Redemption 2 is on the PS4.
And it's called Red Dead Redemption 2?
2, yeah. With literally 2 lines. Yeah. Where's the confusion? I'm confused.
I think
you're thinking of The Last of Us.
No. I remember, like, on PlayStation 4,
yes,
a Red Dead Redemption came out.
They might have remastered it, but I think that was 2. I think you're talking about 2. Do you know how long ago this was? Because 2 came out like
2020.
Was it 2020? Let me ask Siri.
Okay, we need to look this up.
When did Red Dead Redemption 2 come out?
Red Dead.
It came out in 2018. Sorry. Apologies.
PS4. Bro, I'm telling you.
Is there a remaster?
Oh, no, you're... Yeah.
Is it... Show me.
Yeah, so there's this Red Dead Redemption.
And this is number 1. This is literally number 1. That's just number 1.
That's just number 1?
That's just number 1.
And then... So the new
2.
one, the big open world one where there was online, that's just 2?
Yes. Yeah, that's just 2.
Oh, so
you didn't know that?
Oh, yeah. So the Arthur Morgan, that's just Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, it's Red Dead Redemption.
And they haven't come out with a new one other than that.
No, Red Dead Redemption came out.
Funny story, actually, is I just never finished that game. So it's just 60 hours, man. It's really long.
It's a very long game.
Like, how can you dedicate 60 hours of your life...
2 hours a day.
...to a story?
2 hours a day for a month.
That's so much time. You could get jacked,
Are you not enjoying it?
If you give me a personal training client...
Nobody's forcing you to play the game.
No, I'm just saying, man. There's better things you could do with your time.
Yeah. No. I mean, I've heard... I really want to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and I will beat the game, inshallah. Okay. Because I've been told by a very close friend of mine that enjoys the same amount of games that I do, the same genre, sorry. Mm-hmm. He says it is one of the greatest stories he's ever experienced in his life.
I can see that. I played 20 hours of the game, and it's an incredible story, but I'll leave you with this. So, no, but it is an interesting quote, an interesting question, which is that it's not that our lives are too short, but we don't know how to spend our lives correctly.
Yeah, that's true. It's not too deep. I agree.
You disagree with me?
Yeah, but I just want to tell you something really quick before we end this.
Yeah.
And you won't agree with me in most cases.
Okay.
And like odds are you're not going to agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy a video game more than I do a movie when it comes to storytelling.
I can agree with you there.
Oh, really?
No, I can believe that for you.
Oh.
And I can see where you're coming from. And I have enjoyed more video games and resonated with them more than a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of the screenwriting exercises that our teacher told us to do over the break is to name all of the movies that you go back to over and over again that really resonated with you. And I kind of struggled to come up with certain movies. I have a lot of TV shows that I resonate with. Mm-hmm. There are definitely favorite movies, but they're kind of cliche. Like
exactly.
La La Land, The Dark Knight, you know?
Dark Knight's a banger.
Dark Knight's a banger, but also that you can ask any other Gen Z what's your favorite movie that's a guy. Dark Knight is probably up there.
It's up there for me too.
Yeah, exactly. But video games, man, there are games that I return to over and over again.
And it never gets old.
Never gets old.
Yeah.
Like The Last of Us.
The Last of Us? Oh my god, peak writing.
The
Last
first
of Us 2? Not as peak writing. I hate
Last of Us 2 is really good. The Last of Us 2, I really did enjoy The Last of Us 2.
I despised it.
More importantly than The Last of Us to me is Uncharted, man. The
whole
whole
like The
series.
Last of Us more than Uncharted.
Did you finish Uncharted 2?
I finished every single Uncharted. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
But I like The Last of Us 1 more.
What do you think of 3?
3 is really
3 was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
The online of 3.
All the games are so good.
Oh, Naughty Dog. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Naughty Dog also made The Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Naughty Dog is bangers. But The Last of Us 2, I'll give one compliment to it. The gameplay was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The fight scenes, my god, everything
even
about
the
it was
cinematography,
amazing. Everything. But the story,
and to be fair,
trash.
Those games are films.
Yeah,
man.
they are films.
Like when there are the cut-in scenes, they're films, man. Like and the way they film them, they're in these like these big white rooms with dots on their faces, and they have these suits on.
So cool.
It's basically like you're an actor there.
Literally,
you are an actor.
Literally, are an actor in a video game.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, I will take over any movie any day of my life. And I will never be convinced.
Have we talked about the show before? Did you watch the show?
I actually
the Last
haven't.
of Us show? You should. It's
but
pretty
I
good.
experienced it as a video game. I don't want to experience it as a show.
It's pretty good.
I love Pedro Pascal though, so I might for him.
Pedro Pascal is awesome.
He's amazing.
Yeah, and the actress, I forgot her name, who plays Ellie.
She's in the Game of Thrones, right? I haven't seen Game of Thrones either.
She's not in Game of Thrones.
Yes, she is. Her and Pedro Pascal are both in Game of Thrones.
I remember. I remember her from the Red Wedding.
She's 100% in Game of Thrones. My sister was like fangirling about that.
Yeah.
I think we end it here, and both of our episodes have ended on actors' names, which I find
will.
That
so
funny.
Homework for me is, I guess, watch Moana.
Your homework is watch Moana. My homework is give me homework.
Let me think. Okay, so with that, we're gonna end this episode, and your homework is to learn about the Ides of March.
Okay.
And on top of that, try to reduce your milk intake to like half a liter per day.
I can't. I need it.
Okay.
I'll do the March thing, but I won't do the later amount.
Okay, so with that, thank you for watching the second episode of the Gen Z Cafe. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, share.
Yes, please.
Give us topics to talk about. We want to engage with you peoples of the internet.
Yeah, we do. Oh my God, commented topics would be so cool. Yes, please.
Yeah, so...
God!
That's it. We're ending it.
Yeah.